Alleged pork barrel scam mastermind Janet Napoles, Jeane, is back in Manila. The younger Napoles has been in the Philippines as early as October 2014, although the Bureau of Immigration confirmed her return only last March. Janet Napoles had denied her daughter was back, but a smiling Jeane was photographed with family members in a children's party, October last year in Manila. The younger Napoles was with siblings, some of whom also face graft charges. She came into the spotlight after social media posts of her lavish lifestyle went public, from a luxury condominium at the Ritz-Carlton in Los Angeles to a wide collection of designer bags and shoes, triggering public outrage. With the death of Singapore's founding father, two questions remain. What is Lee Kuan Yew's legacy, and what future lies for the city-state? Singaporean political analyst Cherion George says Lee led Singapore from backwater port to first-world economy by embracing the inevitability of globalization.
He put Singapore on the winning side of late 20th century history. He realized, in the 60s that the way forward for Singapore was to be open, and he made sure Singapore played that game very well. What it means to be relevant in a world dominated by global capital.
George also says Lee's 30-year rule was characterized by both charisma and fear.
Well, the fear part is obvious, right? I mean, that's that's a key part of his brand. It may be harder to remember from where we are now, but I think most Singaporeans grew up, with the knowledge that if anyone crossed him, there would be a price to pay. The charisma part of it, I mean, that there were times when Singaporeans would follow because he acted like a leader, and I guess that by definition is charismatic leadership.
George also says with or without Lee around, Singapore is already going through some changes.
Population. There's no doubt that the kind of Singapore that we had in the 70s and 80s was an anomaly. A PAP that, ruling party that monopolized power. That wasn't going to last. At some stage, Singapore will become more normal, right? And what we're seeing now is the normalization, people being harder to please, issues being harder to resolve, mainly because a lot of the things that Singaporeans want now are not your bread and butter issues. They're not simple, such simple needs to meet, or rather such basic needs to meet. So of course the country was going to become more.
The Philippines may be the only country aside from the Vatican where divorce remains illegal. But a new survey shows many prefer change. A social weather stations or SWS survey released Monday shows 6 out of 10 Filipinos support divorce. The SWS says it's the first time public support for the legalization of divorce grew to a clear majority. Support for the legalization of divorce in the Philippines has been an upward trend since 2005. Oil companies slash pump prices for the second time this month, effective Tuesday. Pilipinas Shell and Sea Oil's gasoline prices go down by 1.10 pesos or 0.25 US cents per liter. Diesel by 0.95 cents or 0.021 US cents per liter, and kerosene by 0.90 pesos per liter or 0.020 US cents. Other oil firms are expected to follow suit. The latest price rollback reflects the movements in the international petroleum market. A weak U.S. retail sales report for February affected the oil market, including a decrease of crude prices in Dubai. Pacquiao promoter Bob Arum tells Entertainment and Sports Programming Network, or ESPN, the revenue totals for the Pacquiao-Mayweather fight could surpass $400 million. Arum says the fight on May 2 in Las Vegas will generate $74 million from selling just over 15,000 tickets at MGM Grand, surpassing the more than $20 million record of Mayweather's 2013 fight with Saul Canelo Alvarez in the same venue. Calling it a mania, Arum says a handful of tickets will probably go on sale to the public next week. There will be only about 1,100 seats at $10,000, none of them for public sale. Mayweather's camp receives 60% of the revenue, with Pacquiao's side taking home 40%. For those on desktop, click on the links in your screen. You can also click on the tabs below to go to a story in the video. And for those on smartphones and tablets, the links can be found below the video.